let's create 5 simple and healthy eggs recipes. 3 of them are for breakfast, 1 for lunch and 1 for dinner.
Let's get started with the first one. It's a breakfast burrito. Now this one I absolutely love, not only because it's quite easy to prepare, but also it's so easy to eat. So for someone who has, let's say, problems eating in the morning, probably the appetite is not that high, then I guarantee that this one will help you. This recipe is caloric dense. You have 4 eggs here, half an avocado, vegetables, whatever you prefer. And I also add some ham on top, so feel free to play around. It's caloric dense, it's very easy to eat, and you can also toast it if you want to make it a bit crunchy. It's delicious. Give it a shot, guys. The second one is my pancake recipe. Now you only need a few ingredients here, and again, it's very easy to prepare. You don't need a lot of time. Just put everything in the blender, the eggs, the oats, banana, some baking powder and cinnamon. Here I used my whey protein that has as well cinnamon taste. So the pancakes had great cinnamon taste, but feel free to use whatever protein you have. On top of them I added some honey and some blueberries. The third breakfast recipe are some egg toast. I like to fry the eggs, put some salt, some paprika. Toast the bread, and again the same recipe of guacamole. Feel free to play with the recipe as much as you want, use whatever condiments you want. I placed some ham on the toast and the eggs come on top. So very easy, very fast to prepare. You can have some vegetables on the side. And of course that egg yolk shot. Next one, it's my lunch recipe. Now here it's a little bit more work, but what I have to do is just prepare the vegetables. So I fry in the pan some red peppers, some onions. Again here, like I said on the previous ones, use whatever vegetables you like. In this type of pan I have to put a little bit of water so it doesn't stick. And I placed my 80 grams, I believe, of chicken that was already cooked. And I measured 250 grams of boiled rice. You can have again some soy sauce, some condiments, and here you just crack 2 or 3 eggs depending on your needs and just stir them up. It makes a really nice consistency and it gives a really nice taste as well. I place it in the bowl, and on top of it I chop some green onions and I put other green stuff, whatever I had.
Here you have it, guys, the lunch idea with eggs. So I just have 2 eggs here. Now if you want, you can crack 3 of them. Depends on your macros, your needs, your caloric needs. For me, I already had my 4 eggs in the morning, so with 2 of these, I guess 6 eggs in a day, it's enough. I have 250 grams of rice, around probably 70 grams of chicken and vegetables. Feel free to try this recipe. I hope you enjoy it. Now let's create the dinner recipe, which obviously I'm not gonna eat because there are gonna be too many eggs in one day. We reached the last meal of the day, the last recipe, the 5th one. It's for dinner. So we already have 3 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and the last one for dinner. The meal is quite simple. It's called Spanish tortilla. It's actually an omelette, but with potatoes and onions. Actually, we can add some skyr in here. So we're gonna make it as high in protein as possible. All you need is some olive oil because we're gonna do it in a pan. Obviously the eggs, some potatoes that my fiance already chopped, onions, and some condiments. So let's begin. First things first, I'm gonna heat the pan. I would say a tablespoon of olive oil. I think I'll have around 300 grams of raw
potatoes here and I think 3 medium onions, something like this. And I'm gonna add, I think 5 eggs because they're quite small. So 5 eggs for these portions. I'm gonna add the potatoes. Oops. Don't exaggerate with the oil because we already have fats from the eggs. Oops. And on top of this, I'm gonna add directly the onions as well. And make sure you turn on the, I don't know how you call this thing, the air suction. Okay, so we want to mix in with the oil everything, and then we keep the heat to medium, I would say. I'll turn it even a bit lower. In a bowl, I'll just take 5 eggs. So I also have a little bit of, come on now, don't film this. Garlic powder, just a little bit. So don't forget about your potatoes and onions. Give them a stir. Okay, and here I want to add a little bit of skyr, so we bump up the protein. 2 tablespoons. There you go. Voila. As you can see, the potatoes start to get a little bit of color. Come on now. Ma chérie, arrête. Tu connaissais que je ne parle pas français. Okay, I think this is done. Slowly put them in the bowl. Just cover everything. And with the spatula, just slowly mix. Try not to break the potatoes. We spread it evenly. I'm excited. It's my first time doing it, but it looks good. Just basic and simple recipe. As you can see, this is for sure a recipe that was created out of what people had, you know, just potatoes, eggs and onions and whatever condiments they had before. Now, of course, we can improve it. Like I said, I put some skyr, you can add some cheese, some ham, but it's very interesting to see how people adapted and they created, you know, nice and healthy recipes from whatever they just had at home. So I don't have a big plate. Ideal, the plate should be bigger than the pan, but I don't have one. So I'm just gonna add the plate inside and pray for me. Hey, I did it! Slowly putting it back. Flip it again. Ah, not bad. It looked better on the other side, but so I will give it a shot. I will try it. Reminds me of childhood. No, it's really good. The onion gives an amazing taste. Give it a shot, guys. Even though it's not aesthetically amazing, but it's my first time, so please allow me this. It's an easy recipe, a whole bunch of potatoes. If you have to eat potatoes and you have to eat a lot of carbs and you are bored and you don't know how to eat them anymore, combine them with some eggs, you have a good dinner. It's a lot of quantity over here. Like I said, you can improve it with ham, with skyr, with other condiments. Next time when I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try to make it more aesthetic. These things are one of the most nutritious foods that we have. So use them well. You have a whole bunch of recipes. I hope in this video you learn a few recipes, you learn new ways to prepare your eggs. Instead of just doing a simple omelette, you know, you can create different things. You can also bump up your carbs, so it will help you put on some muscle, put on some weight. In case you're bulking and you want to increase the calories, these are great ways to do so. Up here you can check other videos. I have other recipes. Give them a shot. In case you enjoyed this video, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks again for watching, guys, and see you next time. Ciao.